Champions of stunted mortals! Why sacrifice your chanceless servants when you can meet me on the front line? Are you not ready? This place, this lingering stench of defeat. Sigma should have died here. Today, you will die in his stead. Dowie, prove your worth. Show your strength so that I may imbibe it. For I thirst and thirst.
And welcome on in everyone to the quest battle for Skulltaker for Omens of Destruction. Let's dive right on in. If you are doing the quest takers battle from the menu, you are going to have yourself a Bloodreaper on a Juggernaught, 2 Skullreapers, 2 Wrathmongers, 3 Bloodletters, 2 Exalted Bloodletters, 3 Warriors of Bhorne, a Skullcrusher, a Bloodbeast, a Slaughterbrute, a Bloodshrine, and a single Skullcannon. So you have quite the toolbox here to take down the Dowie that are going to be standing against you. Skulltaker has made his way into the World's Edge Mountains here to claim him some skulls. We are going to be facing off against basically 2 separate armies of dwarves, and then 1 that is the hero core. This side is going to be mostly your Longbeards, set up with a group of Thunderers to defend them, and their catapults in the back. They also have themselves a Mighty Runesmith on top of his Throne of Power, or whatever. These are Throne of Power, what do they call these things? Anvils of Doom, I believe. Yeah, that's the Anvil of Doom. So he's all kitted out and ready to try his best to defend against what we've got here. On the other flank, you've also got some catapults, and this is more of a core of a Slayer. So we've got a couple of normal Slayers, some Pirates, a Giant Slayer, and a Doomseeker as well. Leading them is going to be a Demon Slayer named Doran Deepbrow. More skulls for the cape. So we've got 2 different groups of Dowie to break, or we could completely ignore them and go all in after the Lord, which is what we did not choose to do. So the Lord is hanging out here with the Engineer and a Dragon Slayer. So they're holding a line up here while overseeing the battle as our Skullcannon already starts cracking in, firing on where it can. So how we have set up here, we're going to have to stay in slow-mo for a good deal of this beginning bit. I've got a lot of our normal warriors over here with Skulltaker. They're quite a bit slower, so I've got them rolling in with the Wrathmongers, and they're going to be our main anvil for all of the rest of this. We can break those Longbeards quickly, and then rotate to go after those Slayers if we need to. So Skulltaker charging on in to go after that Rune Lord over there. And we've got our cannons blasting away at these Slayers. Since they have no armor, the fire as it kind of spreads and vortexes around is going to be taking out a lot of them per hit there. Not so great against the Grudge Thrower. Even a direct hit, because he doesn't really do that much damage, so we need to get in there with our warriors. On this side, we brought most of the Skullreapers. Skullreapers and 1 of the Wrathmongers, because in my own testing, Wrathmongers defeat Doomseekers in a 1v1 every single time. Let's see how things play out. So the cannon blasting on in. Cooking some more Slayers. And truthfully, burning to death is no death for a Slayer. They're blasting on into our Wrathmongers, doing some pretty decent damage, as the Skull continues to smash on in and roast and toast. Over on the other side here, Skulltaker and our hero and Bloodshrine trying to smash on in and disrupt these Thunderers before they can really get anything going. They get bogged down in the Longbeards for a moment, but thankfully should smash just enough of a gap for them. Same thing with the Slaughterbrute, try to get in there and disrupt the Thunderers before they can do too much damage. It was a full volley from Ironbreakers, dealing a little bit. I'm glad it was on them instead of our warriors here. Another set of charges goes away, deals more damage to their own troops than ours. Batters through the Thunderers. Split you in twain. Doing donuts through the Grudge Thrower. And the first skull is to be claimed. Losing health with a quickness. We've got 1 of the Exalted letters here with the Wrathmongers, and they are ripping apart. There's a group of Longbeards. Yeah, the dwarf corpses have already been piled up, and really nothing has fallen on our side. This guy's, he's tripped, but he's fine. We won't worry about Greg there. One of the things I think I would like to see for Khorne is actually a increase to how heavy Juggernaughts are. They should probably be, not by probably, they should definitely be about the same weight as a War Bear from Kislev, so it should be able to batter its way on through lines a bit easier than it currently is. This fight was very quick and very brutal, where our Skullreapers and Slayers met. Fight was quick. We lost a lot, they lost a lot. All that remains pretty much are the Doomseekers, though. Wrathmongers putting the hurt on these Slayer pirates. You can see that the health bar just quickly disintegrating on the way. You got one of the Doomseekers down nearly as well. This one's got a bit more health. And they're actually tailor-made to rip through your demons, be they Khornate or otherwise. These guys need orders. Get in there, boys. Skullcannon's trying to disrupt the other set of the Slayer pirates. They can't fire in the flanks on our lads here. And the battle with the Slayers going very well for us. We'll go ahead and jump back into slow-mo. Where we didn't see is the Skullcrushers were charging around and wiping out all of the artillery teams. Their main goal was initially this group of grudge throwers. Now they're charging on in to finish off whatever unit of Slayers remains. We had a pretty epic duel going on over here between your normal Slayers and just a single unit of Bloodletters, where the Bloodletters were stopping both of them pretty effectively. And our Skullcannon was helping out. One of the things you have not seen here is down on the bottom is the Dawi Lord has gestured his hand. They may have some secrets planned for us, or reinforcements perhaps. Skulltaker executes the Rune Lord. Not even a good enough skull for the cape. We'll go ahead and move on and get moving towards the Dwarf Lord, because just at that moment, these Slayers are down to their very last few Dawi. We're bravely throwing themselves into combat. With them defeated and only a few Slayers remaining, we'll let the Bloodletters and everyone kind of mop up the survivors. We can now turn our gaze to our main target, the Lord Skulf Whitebeard. Go ahead and speed things up a little bit as the units get into position for the final charge. Pretty much just going to send in Skulltaker and our Bloodreaper to deal with that, but as we get closer, look at that, the Empire arrives, reinforcements. Flagellants, Dawi Warriors, Knights of the Eternal Flame, and some Shotgun Thunderers. Man, they're bringing in some serious heavy reinforcements. Outside of these normal Dwarf Warriors, these guys are pretty pitiful. He is the bravest Warrior Priest ever, or I guess Arc Collector, charging directly on in to Bloodbeast and a Slaughterbrute. I'm not sure what the overall strategy is there. Skullcannon misses its first shot, which is quite sad. This is the most foolish Arc Collector, or most brave, anyone's ever seen. Charges directly into the middle of our group with the Reaper and Slaughterbrute and Skulltaker all in one spot. Knights of the Eternal Flame get to see a little bit of what Hellflame feels like. And we're just going to charge our Reapers and our Wrathmongers right on in. His cavalry stands no chance. We took a bit of damage on the charge ourselves, but even a weakened group puts the absolute hurt on them. A full health unit of Skullreapers behind is going to be doomed quite quickly, as that health bar completely plummets. Skullcrushers charge right on into the next group of Eternal Flame Knights. Again, putting the absolute hurt on them. And the Flagellants charge on in, and that's more just meat for the meat throne, I guess. And just bags of blood, easy kills for our warriors here. Flagellants actually are very, very good for your Imperial armies. And they act more or less like Plague Monks. It's just against Khorne, they are just not enough. Khorne's gonna rip right through you. flagellants fall quickly, and the Dawi Lord is charging on down from his post finally. Coward makes his way into combat, and our cannon's being chased by a very angry Demon Slayer. Hopefully they can stay away from that. We're just drawing the rest of the Dwarf Warriors down the hill. Now we can get a better charge on the Thunderers behind, because those are a nasty unit. Blunderbuss Thunderers, both for Chaos Dwarves and Normal Dwarves, can easily turn the tide for you. Earl Knight's having a real bad day. We'll get to see a single volley here pretty soon, but the Skullreapers getting on in there. Blame some Dwarf Skulls. This guy getting absolutely surrounded and Julius Caesared by friends, but that's how he likes it. See, our Wrathmongers are having a real bad time, and I gave them a very foolhardy order where I was like, just charge directly into the shotgun fire, it'll be fine. You lads can make it. Same thing here with our cannon, where I didn't even... It just got a single volley from the shotguns, and the mount got deleted. They're such a dangerous unit. Meanwhile, the last of the flagellants meet Sigmar willingly. Our Bloodreaper made it on into combat, but was defeated in the process. Almost. His leadership's just recovering, so maybe we can keep him in here. On the other side, final charge of the Wrathmongers. I mean, a few of them make it though, so you guys are in for a real bad time. Shuts off their shotgun capability. Time to harvest some skulls. Oh no, our Wrathmongers run for the hills, never mind. They'll be doing no harvesting this day. Bloodbeast super slam on into that group. Having a little bit of a better time up here. Slaughterbrute and Bloodbeast working together. And yeah, the last of the Thunderers moved a little bit too far forward and was caught by the Skullcrushers. Bhorne has feasted well this day. The blood of men, Imperials, and their Stone followers flows freely. Dawi Lord is already into, well, I guess the Demon Slayer's in execution range. Skulltaker going up for a 2-on-1. He's in execution range, one more hit, and the head of the Demon Slayer has been claimed. Now it's just you, Lord. Spinning Slash and brought some Bloodbeast in, just, I mean, we might as well. When the Dwarf Lord needs to be taken out a little bit faster. Bring the extra armor piercing. Granted, this is not how Skulltaker fights his battles, so in just a moment I will be pulling those beasts away, as you can see there. Skulltaker does have a fair bit of honor, but this Dwarf Lord doesn't, and he runs for the hill. He's out of here. Look of pure terror on this guy's eyes. Won't be able to escape, sir. Skulltaker will just add you to his cloak. And that's the quest battle for Skulltaker. What a fun one. Has a multi-stage there where you have to either split your forces to go after both, or you could just weather the artillery fire from one side and force those Slayers to come try to meet you over here and make them tired. So you've got your options. That's it for this battle, though. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to be recording all of the quest battles for the incoming lords, including Arbol, because I've just had an absolute ton of fun playing them, and I might just go back and, if you all enjoy these, let me know in the comments, and I'll go back through and just kind of play through the quest battles with the armies they give you there on the quest battle screen, because it reminds me of a bit of a puzzle. A great big murder puzzle, and I have a ton of fun solving it. So thanks for stopping on by, and I'll see you all in the next one.